on to our next poet.
Don't you get any applause?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then. I'll be back, don't worry. Our next poet is Agnes Meadows. Agnes, as I mentioned already, was involved in the putting that book together, but she's also one of the hardest working poets probably around. She organises 2 regular events. One is Loose Muse, which is a women's night here at the Poetry Cafe on the 2nd Wednesday of every month, and open spots in there, I think. And she also organises angel poetry at Waterstones, all comers welcome, Islington Green, and that's the 2nd Thursday of every month. And she's just returned also from performing and doing workshops in Singapore at the Creative Arts Festival over there. And I know she's also been reading in Austin, Texas this spring as well. And so, and she's got many books on sale, so do come and have a look afterwards. But first of all, let's hear some poems from Agnes Meadows.
Thanks very much, Patrick. I never recognised myself when people were talking about me. Anyway, thank you for having me. And you can have me again anytime. I'm going to read some old ones and some new ones and some in-between ones. So if some of you have heard some of these before, forgive me, but I do like reading them. The first one's called When I Die. When I die, I want you to ring bells and cover the pavements in rose petals, frozen frangipani leaves, white lilac and dandelion spears, so that wherever you walk it will be a celebration. When I die, I want you to play loud music. Anything with drums or the artist formerly known as Prince, or guitars deep on bass line goes along with heavy dancing, thighs velcroed together, skin itching with effort, so that every time you feel the hungry chill across your shoulders that comes with good sound, you'll think of me and smile. When I die, I want you to shoal up my friends, net them all up, get them drunk with memories and 50-year-old malt, and each one has to tell a story with me as the punchline, just like my life was. Laughter always easy on our lips when we lay on those Greek beaches, gilding our lucid fantasies, or sat in darkened theatres afraid to cry in case we'd never stop, or held each other as sisters knowing that at least would never go away. Then maybe my passion will still echo in your head. When I die, I want you to catch the rain from spring mornings in blue glass bottles, line them up on a shelf somewhere very still where they'll gather no dust, and watch their shadows juggle on the waiting wall amidst the spiders. Then whenever there's a storm, or the daytime quiet's riven by the sound of water running, or you see a waving web, you'll remember the colour of my eyes. When I die, I want you to go shopping. Big time. Big time. Buy 3 of everything in different colours, none of them matching. Blister the plastic till you're all stored out. Significant attention driving sales girls crazy and pay for it all in pennies, so they'll have to count each one at a time. Then when anyone lays into chic speak, or you're lost amongst the mirrors and the silks, you'll still have my pleasure to trade in. When I die, I want you to watch every Star Trek movie ever made, twice, so that when you look up into that unused sky, especially at night when it's all stitched up with stars and the moon makes you shiver with cold, dead as old love, and all your time's your own, you'll know I'm buzzing round there, Wharf Factor 9, still making it so. Thank you.
Oh, you can do it with our hands.
Yeah. I always know when there are Trekkies in the audience because they laugh in the right place, you know, which is really quite fun. It's really fun. And I know that there are 1 or 2 Trekkies in here tonight. I'm really conscious that this microphone was just sleeping on me.
It has that problem. It needs a bit of microphone for the Viagra.
Some of you may know that I lived for a while in Gaza, in the Gaza Strip, And this book is, I can't remember which one it is, At Damascus Gate on Good Friday. It's what I call my Palestinian poems. So I thought I'd read you a couple from there. And the first one, I lived in Gaza City, right on the beach. And this one's called They're Bombing the Port Again at Gaza. Explosions blossom in the Khamsin darkness like blooded chrysanthemums of sound. Dogs begin howling an orchestra of woe. Cockerels roar in pre-dawn confusion. Crickets start to creak in shock. Only the people are silent, too weary even to stir from their beds, accustomed to this lullaby of conflict. It had been an ordinary day. At the Palestine Hotel I'd seen a wedding and wished it were my own. The bride moved like a clockwork meringue through a gleeful clapping throng. The groom had a plastic smile hammered to his face, genuine fear turning his features wooden. On the radio, a woman had wept for her imprisoned son. He'd been going to market, nothing more dangerous than a bag of tomatoes in his hand, but they'd arrested him anyway, something to do to fill the day. Her desperation poured itself onto the airwaves, voice twisting and turning, a knife in a million hearts. Hers is a common tale. Broken hearts are a common currency in Gaza, debased, devalued and worthless on the global market, thousands to a pound or dollar. People with nothing left to give still offered me the gift of welcome, an honourable giving, smiles chasing me down the beachfront through grey belittered squares where despondency squatted like hoary grandfathers shrivelling in the sun, a shimmering mirage like young men's dreams. Clusters of brown-eyed boys followed me along the sandy street shouting, "Hello London," grinning and leaping with pleasure when I replied in Arabic, "Marhaba shabab," half my vocabulary used up in seconds. And at no time during that glow ball juggling day did I feel endangered. That came later, when at 2 a.m, safely tucked up in my bed, they started bombing the port again at Gaza. Thank you. You can clap, please, that way I know you're still awake. Oh, listen, I'm going to do without the mic. Is it right if I do?
Hold it.